Hiya, so it's Tuesday and we've travelled about an hour and a half today along from the Dune de Pilat on the west coast. We're staying at Chateau Arnaud de Jacquemeau, which is 2 kilometres from St Emilion, which I'm very excited about because St Emilion is one of my favourite red wines. So we're staying here amongst these beautiful vines at a free park up. We found it on Campus Stop and park for night. It's free. It's just a really lovely green field amongst the vines. We were given a lovely welcome by the vintner here. They've been here for 5 generations, growing these Merlot grapes to make the wine with. We joined in the 6 p.m. wine tasting, which was really delicious, really informative. Good that it was done in English as well as in French. So we've bought a couple of bottles of wine, which only seems the polite thing to do, given that we are parts on their land. We're going to stay here a couple of nights, hopefully go for a lovely cycle ride tomorrow through some of these beautiful country lanes into St Emilion and just look around. We're just having a really chilled game of football and enjoying some freedom, just running around, being together as a family. It's been a hard few days of being sick and stuff, so it's lovely just to be together. We've had a great dinner of steak haché, and we're looking forward to a gentle couple of days here in this beautiful part of France. Let's do a little pan around. We can see the chateau in the background, and then it's probably about 7 or 8 of us parked here tonight. There is actually electricity, so we've connected to that at €4 a night, which is great because Andy's got a bit of work to do and we need to run laptops and stuff, so that's really good. Yeah, so there aren't really any other services, so we've bought our motorhome fully empty and loaded with water, and we're all set to go for a 2-night stay. So we just had a lovely breakfast of croissant and coffee, and we're all geared up, ready to go cycling. So let's head to St Emilion. So we cycled into St Emilion. It took us about 25 minutes. It was a bit uphill at the end, so we all walked. But we parked up and popped into the tourist information office, and we just had a wander through. It's so beautiful. It's just all little cobbled streets. So we've wandered right down to the bottom of the city, town. About 2,000 people live here, so I'm not quite sure you'd classify it as a city, but and we're about to wander back up again. We've bought some macarons, we've enjoyed some baguette, and we're just going to go back up to the central square and go round the monolithic church, which is a massive one piece of rock that's been carved into a church, most of which is underground. So we've got tickets. They cost €6 an adult and the kids were free, so that feels like really good value for a half-an-hour tour around an underground church, which none of us have ever been in. So we are going to continue exploring this stunningly pretty town, and I'll update you later. We're just packing up to leave. We've had a really lovely time here. It's been just a really pleasant, quiet, green, tranquil spot to stop in. The park up itself I'd really recommend. It's just a flat green field. It's probably an average of about 8 campers a night at the moment, but everyone's nicely spaced out. We've had space to get our awning out and our tables and our chairs, and there haven't really been any social distancing measures needed on the actual camping bit because everyone is really spaced out. Currently the law here in France is that you have to wear masks inside shops and other enclosed spaces, so we wore them to do the wine tasting and in the wine shop here, and we wore them yesterday in the tourist information office and also in the monolithic church and any shops we went into in St Emilion. A few people were wandering around wearing them the whole time, but otherwise you know, there were social distancing kind of markers in shops and places, but it was quite relaxed, and the city itself didn't feel overly busy. but it's really beautiful and really worth a visit, and the church was just really interesting. The guide was all in French, but the tourist information office had given us a sheet in English, so we understood a bit of what she was talking about and got the history of the church. So yeah, we would definitely give this a thumbs up. It would be handy if the place had a bin perhaps, but we have kept all our rubbish and kept all our recycling, and we'll do that at the next stop. So we head onwards to see where our different way takes us next.